if you own a Valeton GP-5 and the factory presets just aren't giving you the tones that you want, this video is gonna change that. I'm giving you 6 ready-to-use presets that you can download right now, including one inspired by the band Puppe and the Boys. And yes, you can download all of them for free. I'm using my Telecaster with single coils here. Your guitar probably might sound a little bit different, but these presets are a solid starting point that you can just tweak for your own rig. I'll give you a clean, crunch, distortion, leads and ambient presets. All these presets just work fine with an FRFR speakers, studio monitors, headphones, or just straight into your DAW. I'm using Logic. By the way, if you're using a real amp, you just don't forget to turn your cab mode off. This is not a GP-5 tutorial. I'll be showing you the signal chain and the most important parameters for each preset on the screen. And if you want to copy the sounds manually, fine by me. You just have to pause the video on the settings and dial them on your GP-5. And if you don't want to do any of the work, I've put all of the presets in a file that you can download. Just check the links that are in the description and import them directly into your GP-5. Let me just show you how to import in 10 seconds. Literally 10 seconds. The first thing you have to do is downloading. Of course, the links are in the description. In the app, in the Valeton suite, you're gonna click on the 3 dots. You click import. Then you go to the folder where you saved your presets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I click open. And I'm gonna select 6 empty slots. For example, the 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, and 81. Import. They are all gonna be imported at the same time. Easy. We are just using a clean amp. It's the Bellman 59N here. I just tweaked a little bit of the amp because I didn't need that much of gain. Bumping up the presence, the volume, 100%, lowering the bass, bumping up the middles, and lowering the treble. I just add the noise reduction because it has a little bit of hiss. I just put some compressor in front. If you use the compressor in front, you can get a little bit of more sustain on the guitar. I also add an EQ, and in the end, I just have a reverb, a plate, just to feel a little bit more alive, the sound. I just add the overdrive. It has a little bit of more grit. I'm not gonna play random chords anymore. I think you have to hear in context. One subscriber just messaged me saying he just couldn't nail the tone of the guitarist from the Puppe and the Boys. So I built him a custom preset, and that's when I just realized that most of the GP-5 players just don't want more presets. They need just better ones. And that's why I built my own, at my own taste, of course. And you're just getting all of them for free, including the one from the Puppe and the Boys. So we have preset 2 overdrive. I'm using here the Drive UK 800, the Marshall JCM 800. So I'm using a noise reduction as well because he has a lot of hiss. If you want to hear again, so I have to use the noise reduction. On the amp, I'm using very low gain again because I just want to be an overdrive, not a distortion. So I just lower back the gain. The bass just lowering a little bit, and then I just add a EQ. I'm just pushing up a little bit of the middle frequencies because I want to cut through the mix. And in the end, just a little reverb, a plate one, just a very low mix. Because I just want to feel a little bit of space, not to assume the reverb at all. This one, I want to really feel the strings. Tom Morello used a lot of this amp, so that's a great inspiration. You don't forget to download it and enjoy it. I'm using here high gain Mass Dual 4. It's a Mesa Boogie, of course. I have to use a noise reduction because if I take it off, it's noisy. Then I have a pre, of course, a compressor. Again, just using a little bit of compression, not much. On the pre, I'm using the overdrive, the green overdrive, off with on. I use the EQ as well. I'm just cutting around the 4000 Hz and I'm pulling up a little bit of the 1000 kilowatts again. So now I want to show you the real difference between a bedroom metal tone, between a metal Now I want to show you the real difference between a bedroom metal tone and a mix ready metal tone. If I take off the overdrive and the EQ, on the both. Can you hear that? That EQ is just doing all the heavy lifting. Yeah, so I keep it really dry because I really want in the face. So again, let's hear this in context. If you're still watching and you enjoy this, please just let me know with the GP-5 comment, that really helps. On the solo one is basically the distortion channel with some tweaks to give a little bit of more ambient. On the EQ, so I bumped a little bit more of the body, not just the middle and the highs, but the body as well. And here in the end of the chain, I'm using a delay and a reverb, just a little bit of the mix. I'm gonna show the delay just slightly. And about the reverb, again, very low mix. It's on the 7. I like to use natural room, so that's why an ambient, so that's why the mix on the delay and the reverb is very low. You can try and experiment to go further with the mix on the reverb and on the delay. I think that it's a little bit messy on the 7. 10, let's see. Let's just hear this in context. On the amp, I have a Drive Bellman 59B. It's crispy. Again, I'm using the noise reduction because when you have a lot of stack of pedals, you're probably gonna need the noise reduction. On the pre, again, a compressor is the Comp 4. Then I have, again, EQ, bumping a little bit of the mids. And now the big difference is on the delay and the reverb. Here, I'm using a lot of the mix and the decay because I want just to spread out the sound. And I can use the volume. I can blend all these sounds and just create an ambient sound. So again, let's test this in context. I'm using a clean dark twin. It's a Fender amplifier, and here the EQ is very important because they are using Fender Stratocaster. I have here Telecaster is quite similar, and they are really bumping up the mids. On the modulation I'm using a tremolo. Very subtle one that blends very well with the reverb, creating this space. All the 5 presets plus the bonus Puppe variant are in the download link below. Try them out and just let me know in the comments which one's your favorite and what's your style of playing. And if you want more just real world GP-5, GP200 tones or setups, subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.